Hey, good evening. All right, so tonight we have some more Eminem. Tonight we're going to be listening to "Sing for the Moment." This is a song that's been requested by some of you, and gotta admit, it was a big request on my son's part. He goes, "Oh, you got to listen to this song. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it." And all of you guys and my son combined have not steered me wrong yet. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this and give it a listen, and then we'll kind of go from there. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and give this a shot. Here we go. Ooh. Stop right there. We all know this song. Dream On. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm already kind of going, okay, so what are we going to do here? Aerosmith, right? Classic. And then he uses that as his track to lay down his song. All right, here we go. Ooh, kind of a minor kind of chord in some of that. It's a little darker twist on the melody.
Ideas are nightmares to white parents whose worst fear was a child with dyed hair and who likes earrings. Like whatever they say has no bearing. It's so scary in a house that allows no swearing to see him walking around with his headphones blaring, alone in his own zone, cold and he don't care. He's
interesting, kind of a third-person view of himself. Speaking about himself in this light. So let me just I was kind of trying to figure that piece out as we're going. So let's just go ahead and start again here.
These ideas are nightmares to white parents whose worst fear is a child with dyed hair and who likes earrings. Like whatever they say has no bearing. It's so scary in a house that allows no swearing to see him walking around with his headphones blaring, alone in his own zone, cold and he don't care. He's a problem child. What bothers him all comes out when he talks about his dad walking out, cause he hates him so bad that he...
Okay, I didn't realize that I've chosen another censored version. We're gonna keep rolling, okay? I learned my lesson in Stan, man. With that version where I completely missed the fact the girlfriend was in the trunk. That for me completely changed the whole dynamic of the meaning of the song. Well, maybe not the whole dynamic, but it really threw an awful dark twist on the whole thing. And so, anyways, sorry about that. I'm trying to steer clear of the censored versions, but it didn't say anything in here about it being censored. It just said official music video. So, okay, bear with me. I as much as I don't like to hear the language, I want to hear the message as far as what's being said and the intent of what the artist is trying to relay. But no going back. Here we go.
No swearing to see him walking around with his headphones blaring, alone in his own zone, cold and he don't care. He's a problem child. And what bothers him all comes out when he talks about his dad walking out, cause he hates him so bad that he blocks him out. If he ever saw him again, he'd probably knock him out. His thoughts are whacked. He's mad, so he's talking back, talking black, brainwashed from rock and rap. He sags his pants, blue rags, and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back and broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now we got the reintro of Steven Tyler in the background coming on board again for the Dream On portion of the song, which I think is just such a cool little add to this. And I'm going to have to really dissect the overlapping meanings of the Dream On song with what he's saying, because I don't believe that he's just throwing the track down just to, hey, it sounds like a cool little, beat. There's a purpose. And so clearly he's got the issues with the dad, the stepdads, stuff going on there. So many meaningful things are being said. I don't want to get lost in the fluff of the video and the blend of Dream On and his message. I might have to go back and watch this on my own to kind of dive in a bit more into the deeper meanings of what he's got going on here. But clearly, he's analyzing himself from his third-person view of just looking at the whole situation and just contemplating what's happening here in his life. Interesting.
He sags his pants, blue rags, and a stocking cap. His stepfather hit him, so he socked him back and broke his nose. His house is a broken home. There's no control. He just lets his emotions go.
Interesting twist on the guitar there. He ramped up that note somehow in the da 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 da. You know, it's an interesting little adjustment to the original, but you still having Steven there singing it, the normal course of it, but then somehow manipulating that overlaid part of the song. I think it's just really kind of a cool little thing in your mind. Try and think of Dream On in your mind. You can definitely hear the difference. It's a little tweak, a little minor tweak that adds such a dramatic element in my mind. Am I imagining that? That sounds different.
Entertainment is changing, intertwining with gangsters. In the land of the killers, a sinner's mind is a sanctum. Holy or unholy, only have one homie. Only this lonely, cause don't anyone know me. Yet everybody just feels like they can relate. I guess words are they can be great, or they can degrade, or even worse, they can teach hate. It's like these kids hang on every single statement we make, like they worship us, plus all the stores ship us platinum. Now how the f*** did this metamorphosis happen? From standing on corners and porches just...
All these changes, he's talking about the metamorphosis of the change and how everyone's worshiping him, and again, it's got to kind of, I need to stand kind of on top of who he's referring to, because it does definitely sound like he's speaking of somebody else, but really of himself. And all that. Oh gosh, this guy, man. And I'm only halfway through the song, not even halfway.
Like these kids hang on every single statement we make, like they worship us, plus all the stores ship us platinum. Now how the f*** did this metamorphosis happen? Wow. From standing on corners and porches just rapping, to having a fortune, no more kissing. But then these critics crucify you, journalists try to burn you, fans turn on you, attorneys all wanna turn it to.
Yeah. You know, friend for a day, enemy for a lifetime, you know. These people turning their back on him and betraying him and putting his life out there, and what thanks does he get? He just gets people turning their back on him, and then just not being there. You know, he's a Rembrandt. I'm just telling you, man. He is an artist to the sincerely truest nature. The visuals here. What he's doing, the way he can actually just craft out of thin air this beautiful ability to use his artwork to basically, I'm struggling for words. You know, see what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's just dive back in. I adore this guy.
Single statement we make, like...
And yes, I am missing some of the, the censorship. I don't like to listen to the language personally. I've mentioned that to some of you on the comments. I don't care to listen. I'm an old guy, old school, and so. But really, I think that the message can really be lost in translation with all of the censoring of the words. I tried my best to pick the right one, but clearly I missed again. But we'll keep
they worship
going
us,
forward.
Plus all the stores ship us platinum. Now how the f*** did this metamorphosis happen? From standing on corners and porches just rapping, to having a fortune, no more kissing. But then these critics crucify you, journalists try to burn you, fans turn try to make you out to look like a loose cannon. Any dispute won't hesitate to produce. That's why these prosecutors wanna convict me, strictly just to get me off of these streets quickly.
See? Look, it's like the world is against it. And I understand. I mean, look, I'm guilty of probably the same prosecutors that would want to, point my finger that way and say, hey, you know what I mean? I don't appreciate the kind of stuff you say and the languages you use in your words. And I wasn't raised in a way that he was, and I don't know what this man's been through. So, well, I understand, and I'm sure all of you understand the stigma of rap, and unfortunately, the gangster rap, the sex, the drugs, the killing, all of the overtones of some of the more harsh kind of stuff. It spoils it. It spoils it for people like me that don't want to give an artist like this a chance. You just slam your mind shut, right? Like, let me give you an example. Christian rock, right? As soon as they say Christian rock, minds close out there. Oh, I don't want to deal with that. But you know what? Some really good Christian rock out there. Like, sincerely. I mean, on my channel, we did during Christmas, we did Little Drummer Boy by for King and Country, right? Christian band. And so we all have these prejudices that prevent us from enjoying the quality of the music. And man, I'll be the first to raise my hand of being guilty of this very thing. These prosecutors wanting to shut him up. I probably would put myself in that same camp because of those prejudices. It's just unfortunate, I'm just so thankful that many of you had given me the suggestions to do this. My son, of course, went into it and wanted me to listen to the song Stan and all that kind of stuff. So glad I did.
That's why these prosecutors wanna convict me, strictly just to get me off of these streets quickly. But all they kids be listening to me religiously, so I'm signing CDs while police fingerprint me. They're for the judge's daughter, but his grudge is against me. If I'm such a menace, this doesn't make sense, B. It's all political. If my music is literal, then I'm a criminal.
Sadly,
how can I raise a little girl?
I'm guilty.
I wouldn't be fit to. You're full of too, Carrera. That was a bitch that hit you.
I love the Dream On overlay. I just love it. Aerosmith fan right here who's just adore this part.
They say music can alter moods and talk to you. Well, can it load it for you and do? But if it can, and the next time you assault a dude, just tell the judge it was my fault and I'll get sued. See what these kids do is hear about us. They wanna get one cause they think this is cool, not knowing we really just protecting ourselves. We entertainers, of course it's affecting ourselves, you ignoramus.
You ignoramus. Okay. Ignoramus right here, I'm telling you.
Ourselves, we entertainers. Of course it's affecting ourselves, you ignoramus. But music is reflection of self. We just explain it, and then we get our checks in the mail. It's to paint it. How we can come from practically nothing to being able to have anything that we wanted. That's why we sing for these kids who don't have a thing except for a dream and a rat magazine.
Look, okay, all right. Look, I'm all in, okay, guys. Yes, I'm Stan. Just done. Just I need to change my YouTube channel's name to Stan's Hair. Darn it, so good. I mean, like, this guy's got a heart. Now I do understand Slim Shady and the whole thing of his alter ego kind of dark side. I haven't gotten into the darker Slim yet. I'm still contemplating that part of it. I think I think working backwards for me is best. Although it's Slim. Gosh, I'm not sure where the timeline of Slim versus Eminem, all of that. Anyways, what I'm getting at is, I really love what I'm hearing. Really not looking forward to some of the songs about that are kind of like more relevant about the gangster rap kind of thing. Sorry to be a broken record, but man, I'm just loving this. I'm absolutely adoring this.
Post pin-up pictures on their walls all day long. Idolize their favorite rappers and know all their songs. Or for anyone who's ever been through shit in their lives, so they sit and they cry at night, wishing they died. So they throw on a rap record and they sit and they vibe with nothing to you, but with a in their eyes. That's why we seize the moment, try to freeze it and own it, squeeze it and hold it. We consider these minutes golden, and maybe they'll admit it when we're gone. Just let our spirits live on through our lyrics that you hear in our songs, and we can sing with them, sing for the year, sing for the mountain, sing for the fear, sing with them, just for today, never tomorrow, the good Lord.
That crowd. I mean, look at the crowd just getting into it. Eminem, if you ever saw this video, which ain't gonna happen, but if you ever did, I love you, man. I love you. Okay? What editing, what visuals. This is so awesome. Well, what do I say about this? When the world's against you, right? May feel that way sometimes, right? Nothing's going right. Feel underappreciated. You're there to help pull some people out from the pit, and he has a heart. He has a heart for people. You can tell in his lyrics. Some of you have shared some very personal things with me in the comments, that you have been in depression and you've listened to NF and Eminem, and these guys pull you out of it. And old boomers like me just go, don't listen to that rap music, it's awful, it's just actor cussing, and I don't believe that I don't like to hear the cussing anyway myself, like I've said before. But it's like, if people are, I can understand when a person's dealing with very heavy things in life, to be able to relate with somebody that can understand, and you can feel like you're not alone. It's like you're not abandoned. That you have these artists to lean on are great. I'm without words, at this point. So yes, it was a censored video. My apologies. I don't want to have to go off and find another one after starting the video, because I want to keep it reactable, right? So some of you that are making your recommendations to me, if you wouldn't mind maybe posting a link in the comment section when we say, hey, Chris, listen to, whatever, Rap God or whatever. Give me the link that you think would be best for me to follow, because you can see in the description here seeing for the moment official music video, I didn't realize, that it had censored words on it, and I started to get a little frustrated. Like, the camera would cut away from him, and then all of a sudden you'd hear the silence there without it being on his face, to where I didn't even have a chance to read the lips a little bit to try and get an idea as to what he said. So it's just unfortunate. But anyways, I'm still learning as a reactor, and so anyways, huge respect, Eminem. So sorry for my prejudices that held me back, and much respect. We'll see you next time. Take care.